AmFacTube welcomes you once again. Today's session is going to discuss on another topic, very important. Please move on to the presentation. IATF 16949. Today's AmFA session is going to cover this quality control, quality assurance management system. What is IATF 16949? Who developed it? It was developed by IATF, which is the abbreviation for International Automotive Task Force. This was helping the certification for companies who can supply to the automotive market. The suppliers includes firms that supply production parts, supply service parts, production materials to automobile manufacturers, firms planning to improve their quality assurance and management programs, companies that supply heat treating, painting, plating, or other finishing services to automobile manufacturers, subcontractors that design products for automobile manufacturers or service automobile manufacturers, firms wishing to do future business with automobile manufacturers who are also seeking competitive advantage in the marketplace, who are desiring to make customer satisfaction a top priority. So all these various segments of companies were benefiting from this common standardization method. IATF 16949 quality management system was introduced in 1999, which added various countries where the individual certification process were prevailing. Example, Italy, which had AVSQ, USA Ford Motors, where we had the QS system, Germany, which had VDA 6.1 certification system, France had EAQF. So what is the advantage of IATF? The IATF 16949, which had widespread standardization effort in the history of automotive industry. By standardizing their quality management system, international automotive suppliers no longer have to satisfy multiple national automotive quality standards. So all were brought or uniform to IATF. IATF 16949 removes that burden, making easier for suppliers to do business with automotive giants, automotive original equipment manufacturers across the world. So these automotive standards applies to all internal and external suppliers of production or service parts, production materials, assemblies, and various operations. However, one point to be noted against ISO TS 16949, which is called Technical Specification 16949. So the difference is the IATF 16949 standard does not include the requirements from ISO 9001-2015. And for this reason, any company that is seeking certification to IATF 16949 must obtain copies of both IATF 16949 and ISO 9001-2015 to ensure that they are aware of all applicable requirements. Now let's go to the standardization history of various leading automotive countries. Look at the United States of America. In US, which is following QS 9000 certification, formed by the three big companies General Motors, Chrysler, and Ford. These standards are based on a variety of definitions and measurements of quality. However, sometimes they were proved to be contradictory and redundant. So, let's have a look at ISO 9000. The origin of ISO 9000, which was a number of earlier quality standards, It was from the British BS 5750 and DEF Stan 058, the NATO AQAP-1 and the US Department of Defense MILQ 985-8A. The purpose for developing ISO 9000 was to simplify the international exchange of goods and services by creating a common set of quality standards. Utilizing ISO 9000, the company could achieve a good performance operational system by providing an examination of the 7 quality management principles. So let's look at one by one the advantages. So ISO 9000 provides number of techniques through which the strategy, the sales, the branding, the process design and various means were able to meet or monitor for the quality. And this has strengthened the relation, the honesty, communication and the clarity between the customer, supplier and partners. This has increased the demand for good quality suppliers. The ISO 9000 familiarized 7 QC tools which had become a practice of any manufacturing industry, especially the automotive industries. The 7 QC tools includes cause and effect diagram, check sheet, control charts, histogram, Pareto diagram, scatter diagram and stratification. And this was also utilizing the dashboard, sales dashboard, which was utilizing the salespersons on document, the categories, the product group, the year, the country, and the global dimensions, and various data analysis on the sales. So by this method of systematic quality management, the productivity was improved. Take vehicles produced per worker, we can certainly see the improvement for various brands from 1965 to 1983. In the United States, the ISO 9000 has resulted in suppliers undergoing 60 to 70 audits a year. Very cumbersome and very inefficient for an operational point of view. So in 1988, the big three USA, Ford, Chrysler and GM realized that one commonly used QMS will make doing business with suppliers easier and more efficient. Forming the Chrysler Ford GM Supplier Quality Requirements Task Force, they began to develop automotive industry standard using ISO 9000 as a framework. And now let's look at the automotive industry standards history with Germany. Germany has a strong legacy on automotive manufacturing. The Quality Management Center VDA had introduced VDA 6.1 from 1901, which was followed by the strong industry houses like Mercedes-Benz, Audi, Volkswagen, Opel, Porsche and BMW. Now let's look at France, again a strong automotive manufacturing hub. France had the consortium of FIEV in 1910 and CCFA in 1909. So they introduced the standard EAQF, which was followed by PSA Group and Renault. Again, let's go to another country which has a strong background of automotive manufacturing, which is Italy. Italy had ANFIA system, was known as AVSQ, Quality Management System, for the valuation of the quality levels of the suppliers. AVSQ was followed by Italian companies like Fiat, Ferrari, Lamborghini and Maserati. And now let's look at the problems of following these individual standards. These individual standards created difficulties for international suppliers, very obvious. VDA, FIEV, and in 1994, these two organizations had come to an agreement for a mutual recognition. In 1996, a limited agreement was formed with automakers behind QS 9000, VDA 6.1, EAQF and AVSQ recognized each other's internal audit and subcontractor development requirements. And from that understanding, the companies could move on to a good promising developments. So VDA 6.1, AVSQ, EAQF and Big Tree, they came into an understanding and for IATF 16949 in 2016, which was initially consisted of American, German, French, Italian and British automakers. So in 1996, IATF ISO agreed to develop a common quality management system standard provide for a single third-party registration. IATF 16949 1999 contained all of ISO 9001 1994 with automotive sector specific requirements from QS 9000. VDA 6.1, EAQF and AVSQ added to nearly every element. This was mainly focused on quality needs in such areas as production part approval, continual improvement and manufacturing capabilities. Now come to the implementation part. The Big Three suppliers found IATF 16949 standard organized along the same lines as QS 9000 with many similar requirements and some differences in emphasis or scope. Applicable customer specific requirements has been audited as part of IATF 16949 and the particular automaker listed on supplier's registration certificate. IATF 16949 was available as an alternative to the 4 national automotive standards which we already covered, and a temporary of standards short shelf life and IATF 9001-2000 was released less than a year later and a revision process began in 2001. With QS 9000, each participating automaker had customer specific requirements for unique and specific product needs that could not be synchronized, and these had very promising results in the automotive sector. Let's look at that. IATF 16949 was revised to follow ISO 9001-2000 in year 2002. Japanese automakers who did not participate in drafting TS 16949, they took part in this revision of IATF 16949. IATF 16949 represented a continuation of this success story into a new generation of automotive product manufacturing and service. With this, in automotive industries organizations, the support system, the performance evaluation, customer specific requirements, content of organization, leadership, planning and improvement and operations all were certainly progressed and improved a lot. So with this, an international understanding and easiness for various suppliers, service providers could be managed, which ultimately ended up in the quality improvement of the automotive industries. These were the brief about IATF 16949, a very path-breaking quality management system for automotive industries. Thank you so much. We will certainly meet up in AmFedTube with similar other topics. How was the presentation? Hope you could enjoy. It was very useful information, and make your comments and experience and suggestions for further topics will include in the upcoming session. Let's meet up again. Thank you.